there's a slight issue with Brian's car and the other Grand Marquis in the world that are properly, maintained. Now take this brother at the bottom with the same car as Brian Vlogs. Can you tell the difference between Brian's car and the other Grand Marquis? I mean, clearly there's a huge difference. Okay? They're both standing up. They're both standing on the passenger side of the car. Okay? Now the one big thing that I notice, right, is right here, Brian. Your trunk, your back end back here is higher than the front end over here. You see that? Versus him, he has the trunk here, right? And right there, right? Back that up. Right here, okay? You see how his shocks and springs are straight and yours, well, it kind of looks like you're driving a clown car with your front end all the way down like that and your back end all the way up. That means that the shocks and struts are gone. This is how your car is supposed to sit. I mean, you can even see the angle, right? Hold on, you can even see the angles here, all right, with the front end area here, right? How high that sits up, and then look how low that sits to the ground. Versus here, it is perfectly even. Here, this is even, and right there, that's even. That's someone that knew what they were doing versus what you got going. Your car's kind of tilted, brother. It's going downward versus this one going straight across. You see that? That's an even airflow. All right, and your shit is kind of, you know, going down. All right, so you might want to get that checked out, Brian. You might want to have that looked at. The fact that that back end is sitting so high up. Like you got good shocks and struts in the back, but this front end, man, look at the difference. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Okay, this is why you go around creeping around the city because you know this motherfucker is on his way out. Hmm. But you could buy one of these bitches. Well, Brian shit probably worth about $400. You know, we get about 400 for that bitch. My man down at the bottom, he want all the 3 and 4 racks for that. Cause that bitch at the bottom is well maintained. I mean, just by looking at, you know, the shocks here, Brian, you need to do something about this, brother. Hmm? That ain't supposed to be way up there and that way down there. And you looking at this right here, right? From the wheel well here and the wheel well there, right here. Like what? Like what? All right. It's like you gotta sit back because you lean forward when you get in that motherfucker. Okay? Damn, Brian. Oh, and by the way, I hope you making a beat. I hope you coming out with some hot shit because that beat I just dropped right there was for the clubs, dog. And damn,